Hi, everybody. It's Kelly Russell, the Rock Your Joy Coach. Thank you so much for being with me today and welcome to my channel. So, my topic for this week is based on A Course in Miracles, lesson 193. All things are lessons God would have me learn. Now, the ego mind hears this lesson and immediately is going to kick into, oh, okay, so everything that's crappy in the world, everything that is painful and tragic and terrible and difficult and awful are all things that God is visiting upon us and making us go through because he's trying to teach us something. And so these are all lessons that we're going to learn. No, that would be the ego's interpretation, the bullshit interpretation that the ego always has about anything that is based in love. And so what this lesson is actually saying is that there are two statements embedded in this lesson that, when applied to any circumstance that seems to happen in the world, are able to transform it and shift our perception from the fear that the world is reflecting in any kind of circumstance every day when we look around us, whether it is conflict in a relationship within the four walls of your own home, or whether it is something that is playing out on the global stage, or anything in between. Those are all the ego's fear projections. And yet these two statements, when you apply either or both, are able to shift your perception from that place of fear to love. And then that is what causes you to be able to have a different experience of the world and learn the lesson that God would have you learn. The lesson that God would have you learn is that only love is real. That love is all there is. That love is what you are made of. It is what everyone else is made of. It is where we come from and to where we are returning. And that is literally what our work is here, in order to wake up from this dream of fear and everything that entails in this world, is recognizing that only love is real, that it's all there is. And when we see love everywhere, in everyone, in everything, we will have learned that lesson that God would have us learn. And this lesson, the first line of this lesson is, God does not know of learning. And the reason God does not know of learning is because God already knows that there's nothing for us to learn in truth, because we are at home in oneness with him in the world, the real world that we never left, in complete and total bliss. And there's nothing to learn. All knowledge is known. And so there's no place to go. It is just constant, changeless, timeless, perfect joy. That's what heaven is. Heaven isn't some place that we go when we die. Heaven is an awareness of our oneness and our perfection and complete and total joy in truth. That is what heaven is, and that is our natural state. So all we're doing in this world is waking up to that, and the learning is in this world so that we can actually be in the real world and experience that all the time. And how do we do that? How we do that is we see love everywhere. And when we are looking with the body's eyes on this world, we're not going to see love. We're going to see fear in all of its mirrored back to us in all of its crazy reflections. But when we choose love, that's what transforms from looking with the body's eyes to the vision, what we call Christ's vision, which simply means looking through the eyes of truth and seeing the love and the light that is with everyone and in everything. And so when this lesson talks about us learning, that is what it is referring to, is us. It's really more like remembering rather than learning. It is learning because we've just forgotten. So it's like relearning. Something that we knew a long time ago, that we know deep within us, but we have to be reminded of it, and in a sense relearn it. So forgive and you will see this differently is one of those transformative sentences in this lesson that I referred to. And the other one is, I will forgive and this will disappear. So it's one of the first lesson is forgive and you will see this differently, is just telling you that that's what you need to do. And then the actual lesson that you need, the actual sentence that you need to apply is, I will forgive and this will disappear. And this applies to anything that is disturbing your peace in any way. The idea of this world is that we have to do something. We have to take some kind of action. We have to change the world. Rearranging the furniture on the Titanic, basically. It was a sinking ship. It was always going to be a sinking ship. And rearranging the furniture on it is not going to keep it from being a sinking ship. So the best thing to do is to forget about rearranging the furniture and actually get into a lifeboat and sail away to safety. And that's really what these two sentences are instructing us as to how to do. So lessons in the world, when anything appears to disturb our peace, when something feels like it's painful, or something gets messed up, or it sucks, or we have conflict with someone, or we have judgment about something that is appearing to happen in the world, it does not matter what it is. There's just like there's no order of difficulty in miracles in the world, and a miracle is just a shift in perception from fear to love. So there's no order of difficulty in shifting your perception about anything. The only thing that makes it seem difficult is our belief that it is, that, oh, this is a really big one. I can't possibly see that one differently, but this small thing over here, yeah, I can change my mind about that. The truth is, if it's all a dream, then you can change your mind about anything. And so it's such an easy thing to reach for. I will forgive and this will disappear. And you literally, that's the statement that you say. It's the elixir. So just memorize that statement, or put it on a sticky note, or like make it the screensaver of your phone, or do something to where you remember that statement. It's not that difficult. This is not rocket science. It is, I will forgive and this will disappear. The part that's challenging is actually choosing and remembering to apply it, because we resist that. We get all caught up in our grievances and in our judgments and our condemnation. We get very wrapped around the axle in whatever appears to be happening in the dream. We want to make it real. We're investing our time and our energy in it, and we're going to be all about it. And as long as that is where our focus is, then that's what's going to continue. And that is what our lives are going to be. It's just experiencing one challenge and difficulty after another. And as soon as we get one thing fixed or resolved or taken care of, something else happens, And so that's just the nature of this world, is because this world is designed like that. It is literally, that is the plan, is that everything breaks down. Everything dies. Nothing is permanent. Nothing is changeless. Nothing is timeless. It's the exact opposite of the real world. And that's okay. We don't have to get bummed out or depressed about that. We can just be like, yeah, that is the nature of the dream. That is the whole purpose of waking up. That is the reason why we don't want to stay in this level of experience, of this level of awareness. We want to wake up from this and be in that state that is peaceful and blissful and joyful and heaven. And so how we do that is, each time we have a grievance, each time we feel like we are disappointed or saddened or angry or resentful, pissed off, whatever form it takes about anything, no matter what it is, I will forgive and this will disappear. And the more that you do it, the more that you notice that your perception is different. You just don't get as upset about things, and your level of upset is not as severe as it used to be. And the time between getting upset about things becomes longer. And so that's how you notice that you are waking up. That is how you notice that you are learning these lessons that God would have you learn, which is really just one lesson, which is only love is real, love is all there is, and that when you shift your perception from fear to love, a loving world and a loving experience is what is mirrored back to you. So that's my message for you today, is it's all about the love. I will forgive and this will disappear. Lesson 193. And if you would like to have more experience of being able to transform your experience of the world, there's a free workshop. You can click on the link below. It's From Blocking Joy to Rocking Joy, How to Be Happy No Matter What. It's a workshop that I recorded. So you can click on that link. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please click that link and do so. I'm here every week talking about the practical application of A Course in Miracles. So I love you so much. I'll see you next time.